I found a forgotten PS1 demo disc on eBay. The label was smudged, but I could still read the words Silent Hill. Internal cutscene build. The seller warned it was recovered after a studio fire. I thought it was a rare collector's item. I was wrong. The excitement coursed through me as I clicked the purchase button, a strange mix of nostalgia and curiosity rising within. As the days passed, anticipation built until the package arrived, small and unassuming, yet brimming with potential. I carefully unwrapped the disc, feeling a shiver of excitement mixed with trepidation, and placed it delicately into the console. As the familiar startup sound echoed through the room, I could feel the weight of history pressing in around me. As the game loaded, a wave of nostalgia washed over me. But the moment the graphics flickered into life, I realized something was terribly wrong. The unsettling scenes before me were unlike anything I had ever experienced, plunging me into a chilling nightmare.
PlayStation booted, there was no Konami logo, only static buzzing like an old VHS. Then a cutscene flickered to life. Harry Mason driving. But the road wasn't Silent Hill. It was my street. The cracked pavement, the leaning mailbox at the corner, every detail exact. My chest tightened as the car slowed down, headlights flickering. The blocky textures were crude, but there was no mistake. Harry wasn't heading to a foggy town. He was heading straight for my house. Panic surged through me as I realized the implications. This wasn't just a game anymore, it felt deeply personal. I could almost hear the engine idling, feel the anticipation building. The camera shifted, zooming in on the house I knew too well. My sanctuary now a scene of eerie tension. What was Harry going to find inside? I gripped the controller tighter, heart rate pulled up outside. The graphics were blocky, but I knew that porch, that paint. My house. He turned his head toward the door, the game camera following. Then the screen warped, glitching like a VHS tape. For a single flicker of a frame, words appeared, "Go inside." I wasn't breathing. My controller vibrated even though I hadn't pressed anything. A surge of adrenaline rushed through me as I finally summoned the courage to approach the door. Every inch of the space felt charged with premonition, as if something was waiting just beyond that threshold. The controller buzzed again, urging me forward, but fear held me in place. I floated upstairs. My bedroom door swung open, and there, on my bed, sat a figure. Laura's, human-shaped, but the face, just a blur. The PS1 couldn't render it. The words burned onto the screen. Wake up. Suddenly, my PlayStation's disc tray burst open with a violent snap. The cutscene froze mid-frame. My whole room smelled like burned plastic. Panic surged through me as I darted towards my console, heart pounding like a drum. The screen flickered erratically as if fighting against some unseen force, while the smell of burning plastic filled my lungs. I felt a chill run down my spine, knowing that something was wrong. Terribly wrong. I took a deep breath, steeling myself for what lay ahead. The figure on the bed felt alive, yet lifeless, drawing me in with an inexplicable pull. My instincts screamed at me to turn away, but curiosity tethered me to the spot, urging me closer. In a dimly lit room, a hand clutches the edge of an iconic PlayStation console, its grip tight and knuckles white as the screen fills the space with a chaotic display of unsettling symbols, creating an atmosphere thick with fear and determination. As the tension builds, the surroundings come into focus, revealing a cluttered room filled with gaming relics, while a shadowy figure watches from the darkness, their intent unclear amidst the flickering chaos. The screen pulsates with unsettling imagery, illuminating the face of a hidden observer in the shadows, while the hand hesitates poised above the console buttons, a reflection of the struggle between fear and the drive to confront the unknown. In a sudden moment of courage, the trembling hand presses a button, beads of sweat catching the flickering light, igniting the screen into a nightmarish display that morphs into horrifying images, deepening the sense of dread. As the screen pulsates with nightmarish imagery, the figure watches in horror and fascination, torn between dread and curiosity while the darkness encroaches closer, the glow revealing monstrous shapes lurking just beyond the light. The screen went black, then I saw my reflection on the glass, except I wasn't moving. My reflection tilted its head and smiled. I didn't. Behind it, something else climbed into frame, faceless, glitching like missing textures. The room was silent until my TV hissed with a whisper I couldn't make out. My hands shook so hard I dropped the controller. I felt a chill creep down my spine as I stared helplessly at the screen, the entity behind my reflection becoming clearer. My heart raced, pounding like a drum in my ears, drowning out the faint whispers coming from the TV. Every instinct screamed at me to run, but my body was frozen in place, mesmerized by the unnatural sight before me. My PlayStation restarted itself. The cutscene picked up again, but now it was first person. The camera walked down my hallway, my real hallway. The screen footsteps echoed at the same time as real ones upstairs in my house, perfectly in sync. Each creak from the game was answered by the ceiling above me. Someone was moving. Adrenaline surged through me as I stood frozen, the controller heavy in my grasp. I could feel my heart racing, matching the rhythm of the footsteps above. Each step felt like an invitation to confront the unknown, a chilling reminder that this was no longer just a game. My PlayStation restarted itself. The cutscene picked up again, but now it was first person. The camera walked down my hallway, my real hallway. The screen footsteps echoed at the same time as real ones upstairs in my house, perfectly in sync. Each creak from the game was answered by the ceiling above me. Someone was moving. I froze, my heart racing as I heard the soft, familiar sounds of footsteps echoing both on the screen and above me. It felt like the game was blurring the lines between reality and fiction, leaving me trapped in this unsettling moment. I gathered my courage and pushed forward in the game, the character nearing the ominous door. Each step felt like stepping deeper into a nightmare, the air thick with tension as I questioned what awaited me beyond that threshold. The final frame froze. On the TV was a PS1 rendered version of me, lying in bed. The texture's blocky, but I recognized the blanket, the lamp, the shape of my face. The words appeared. The cutscene ends when you do. The console powered off. My screen went dark, and then, from upstairs, my bedroom door slowly opened. Tension filled the air as I sat up, heart racing, staring at the door that should have remained closed. The faint sound of footsteps echoed down the hallway, each step sending chills down my spine. I clutched the blanket tighter, my mind racing with thoughts of what could be lurking just out of sight. A figure loomed at the threshold, shrouded in shadows, sending a wave of panic through me. Every instinct screamed to flee, yet I remained frozen, caught between fear and curiosity, unable to look away from the darkened doorway.